Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals, and I am going to do the ribbon slider today. And I was just looking for some yellow ribbon, and I'm like, wow, I really neglect the color yellow. I don't have much, and I didn't realize it. And I like it because this journal is really cheerful, isn't it? And so I'm like, wow, I need to rethink yellow. So the closest I come, I've got my Hug and Snug ribbon, and the closest that I come to yellow is this sort of gold color. So I was going to see if that would work. And so I'm going to look for a page I want to put this on. Oh, one more thing. You know, I was going on in that video about how to arrange the page, how I was going to arrange the pages. You get to do whatever you want. And I looked at this, and this is what I want in the middle, because it's a continual design. Some of them aren't. Like this one I designed because I knew they'd be separate, most likely. So this is separate, this is separate. This, however, is a complete design. So that is for the center. So I'm going to swap that out, and probably what I had thought was I wanted a cheerful image on the very front to open to, and that's that. But this is too. So I'll let that be I'm going to put this as a title page probably, and then that will be the opening page. So anyway, I'm going to put this in the middle for now, because that's the only page, of course, that you can see the whole thing. Okay, so now I'm going to look for where I would put my ribbon sliders, and these are the ribbon sliders. I've got them inked already. I don't have the slots cut in it yet, but they're going to go together, and then it's going to, Bible Hope is Confident Expectation. And you put a ribbon, 2 ribbons on the page, and these are threaded onto the ribbons. So I'm looking for a page that's like, this is pretty, but it doesn't have any kind of focal point or anything, so that would be perfect. So let me just look real quick here. I mean, this is a little too exciting. I'll probably have to do something else with that page. Well, this page would work. That page would work. It's got a little bit more yellow. I'm wondering if this gold, I want to see what that looks like with the yellow. And I mean, it's okay. I think these are pretty similar. And this page might work, except I'm not going to compete with those bees. Okay, well, I think I'll use this page. And actually, it's the back of that, isn't it? Okay, that's fine. That's good, because that will help me figure out where this went when I put it back in there, because I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and sew this in. You don't have to sew it in. If you don't have a sewing machine, you can glue it in, or you can hand sew it in. There's a lot of things you could do. But anyway, we'll get on with this. So you get those, you ink the edges if you want to. And then I'm going to take an X-Acto knife to cut those slits. And if you're not used to an X-Acto knife, it's a really handy tool, and it would be a good thing for you to just get used to using. So got to be real careful with it, because it's a razor blade basically. But don't be afraid of them either. You know, if you're careful, always use a sharp blade, which I'm not sure I have a sharp blade in here. But you're more likely to cut yourself if you don't have a sharp blade, because you push harder and then it slips, and then the next thing you know, you've cut yourself. So just make sure you have a sharp blade. And then I'm going to cut 2 lengths of ribbon. The length, more or less, of the page. I might let it hang off a little bit, just because I like it to have a lot of stuff sticking out. Makes it feel like a junk journal to me. So Something like that. And then so then I get a regular paper clip. Let me see if I have a small one. I've got these giant ones, but I keep this little bitty plastic container for all my little teeny tiny things that can get lost when they're like, this is an orphan and I don't want to go put it away right now, so I just put it in there. Someday I'm gonna have to empty this out and sort it out, but not today. Okay, so take your ribbon, turn this thing over. You're going to take this ribbon and take the smaller end and just fold it over. You're just using this paper clip so you can feed this ribbon through the slot. Grab a hold of it, pull your paper clip back out, and then you're going to do the same thing on the top. Just thread it through. And if you like the idea of these ribbon sliders, here's a shameless promotion. I have maybe two or three sets of ribbon sliders, big ones, small ones with Bible verses on them that you can put in your journals if you like it. So, okay, come on, pull that out and then grab this thing and pull it through. Okay, so that's going to be the top one. I'll most likely need to pull it a little bit, something like that. And I could have also used pink. A pink that goes with that. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it with the gold. All right, so same deal. Just drape it over that paper clip. Where did it go? Turn it over to the back. Thread it up through the 2 slits you cut. Hang on to it and pull your paper clip out. Our snow is melting off. We have a sunny day today. We've been stuck in the house for 2 days because of all the snow we got. So I'm kind of excited because we might actually go to town today. Okay, so something like that, something like that. Okay, so I'm just going to go over to the sewing machine and stitch across the bottom and the top to hold those into place. And while I'm over there, because I haven't done it yet, I'm going to take the, where did it go? I'm going to take my 4 flap box fold over and sew it too, because I like them sewn, and since I'm going over there anyway, I might as well get it done. So I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back from the sewing machine. So I just stitched it around there real quick, and then you can slide these up and down however much you want, get them where you want them exactly, and use whatever ribbon you want. You can either do a piece of paper and slide them on a piece of decorative paper if you want to do that. That looks neat too. Okay, stitch that in. And then I also, I don't know if you can see it, but I stitched around the edges of this, and it just, I think it really adds a lot of a cool, makes it more important. Makes it feel like more than just paper, you know, when you have stitching. Now, if you don't have a sewing machine, no big deal. You can also draw stitches. Let's see if I have a, take a pen, take a fine, either ink pen or, let's see, what is this? Oh, of course, that's too fat. Let's see if I have well, I'm just going to use a regular gel pen just to demonstrate, you know. If you just go across and make the little stitches like that around something, it looks like stitches. So you can do that, and that looks neat. Okay, and then, you know, so I'm going to read these real quick because this is kind of combo. We're doing crafts but we're also interested in Jesus and what the Bible says. So for today, it says he is able also to save forever those who draw near to God through him, since he always lives to make intercession for them. So Jesus is up there making intercession for you. That's pretty cool. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or tremble at them, for the Lord your God is the one who goes with you. He will not fail you or forsake you. For we, through the Spirit, by faith, are waiting for the hope of righteousness. So there's that hope. We're waiting for the hope of righteousness, but we know it's coming. Galatians 5:5. The Lord's loving kindnesses indeed never cease, for his compassions never fail. Thank goodness. So I'm just going to put those back in. I took those out because, you know, I could just see them getting stitched back in when I sewed. So then it's stitched, so looks cool from the front and the back. And that's ready to glue in. And we've got our Bible sliders done. And so that's it for today. Oh, and don't forget, I told you to be thinking about your cover, like fabric or paper or whatever you're going to do. Let me show you real quick. So here's some examples of different ones, paper and cloth. So here's my Encourage mini journal. And I did an old quilt and used fabric on that. So there's what that looks like. And it does, I think, really kind of make it a keepsake. Not that the paper doesn't, but just takes a little step further. Here's the God's Valentine one that I just put out. And see, I used brown paper on it. And it's still cute, still darling. Here's another paper one. And I think this is my Salvation. Oh no, I'm sorry, this is my spring journal. This is my spring journal. And that was for that boot camp series where if you're scared to make if you're scared, you've been watching videos and you haven't made a junk journal yet, it's to help you, it's to push you, like get on with it and make a journal, for crying out loud. So that's the the spring journal. And this one I think is the Salvation journal. And this is, the intention was to give people who you want to witness to. And, you know, if you give them a tract, they're probably going to throw it away. Well, maybe not, but you know what I'm saying? It's not as important, but they're not going to throw this away. They're going to keep it. And so they're going to look at it a lot of times, I think. And there's just a lot of little verses and things for them to think about. And so it's cloth for the reason of we don't want them to throw it in the trash. We want them to keep it as a keepsake. And so that's the witnessing little mini journal. But anyway, that is, you know, a couple of reasons for doing cloth covers. So you can, and then the mini ones are so you can make 4 or 5 and give them away. So anyway, be looking for whatever you're going to use for your cover. I'm still looking. And that's it for this time. And I thank you for watching. If you like the video, click like, please. Think about subscribing, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.